Hey, how y'all doing out there? I got some old crazy news for y'all. Ain't no way Diddy getting out of jail. People thinking the trial is over, but his ex-assistant and the male exotic dancer that he paid to freak off with him and Cassie still speaking to the people at the news, and they giving new information that could possibly have Diddy in jail for the rest of his life.
Tonight, several insiders at the center of Sean Diddy Combs' criminal trial, once part of his closely guarded world, are speaking out to Dateline.
It was mania, and it was just toxic.
Capricorn Clark, a former personal assistant to Combs who testified for the prosecution, said she witnessed several disturbing incidents during her decade with him, including an assault on his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura.
I took Cassie back to Puff's house, and the minute we walked in, he started beating her up in front of me.
What do you do?
Cry, unfortunately. He had on underwear and a robe. He kicked her the entire time.
Sheree Hayes, an exotic dancer who also testified for the prosecution, participated in the so-called freak-offs involving Ventura, all while Combs watched.
The instructions was I was not supposed to look at him, acknowledge him, talk to him, and we both were supposed to act like he wasn't even there.
The problem is everybody not keeping it 100% real. That man know he freaked off with Diddy. He was in a sexual situation with Diddy, but he trying to make it seem like they wasn't having sex. His former assistant got caught in the courtroom sending him text messages talking about how much she was digging on Diddy. She had a crush on him ever since they met. They read the text messages aloud in the courtroom, how she fell in love with Puff. Come to find out, it's a possibility that she was in the freak off too. She set up the hotel rooms, put the baby oil all over the place. Now the fans want to know what's really going on.
Despite that, Hayes says Combs directed the action, and Ventura seemed willing to follow his instructions.
I can't look at those reactions and confidently say it was duress. You know, it may have been, but I didn't read it that way.
Ventura sued Combs in 2023, accusing him of sexual abuse and sex trafficking. He settled for $20 million with no admission of wrongdoing, but not before it became public. After that came the criminal charges, the trial, and the verdict heard around the world.
In the matter of U.S. versus Combs, count 1, not guilty. Transportation for prostitution, guilty.
Combs was found not guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking charges, but will be sentenced in October for his conviction on 2 other lesser charges.
We all know he got found guilty, but he got found guilty twice on the same charges. If that makes sense to anybody out there, they gonna have to explain to the rest of the world how it's supposed to make sense to us. I don't know if he gonna be coming home in October, but either way, Halloween gonna be right around the corner, and it will be real spooky to have that man back out there in the streets. You had people from back in the day making claims about Diddy. Nobody cared. But since Aubrey O'Day came out and said what she had to say, and Capricorn Clark and all these other people he had working for them, that's not even really a part of the culture. I don't know where he find these people at, but they the reason why he's sitting up in jail.
On the edge of their seats for the verdict in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial was singer Aubrey O'Day. She starred on Diddy's reality show Making the Band, and for years has been going public warning about Combs. Now she tells Inside Edition hearing he may soon go free felt like a gut punch.
Pop star Aubrey O'Day is in shock after today's stunning verdict in the Sean P. Diddy Combs trial. I spoke to her minutes after Combs was found not guilty on the most serious charges. What was your reaction to hearing this verdict?
It's literally a gut punch. That is not good enough. Let me make it very clear, it's not good enough, okay? We're not normalizing this.
O'Day first met Diddy when he picked her to star in an all-female singing group after she competed on the MTV show Making the Band in the early 2000s. You've been speaking out about Sean Diddy Combs, raising alarm bells for years.
A lot of good it did me. My heart is with Cassie. She and all the women that testified had to sit on the stand while the world has debated their credibility and worth.
They don't care what none of the other girls in the group had to say about Diddy. Was they disgruntled? How they feel about him? They picked her out of all the people to voice her opinion, her frustration with a bad boy mogul, even though he had plenty of artists before her, plenty of artists after her, and you got a bunch of people out there that had pleasant experiences with this man, but they don't care about their accounts. All they care about is what she got to say, and I wonder why. Y'all let me know why y'all think it is.
Cassie Ventura was a star witness in the sex trafficking trial. She dated Combs for 11 years. On the stand, she claimed she was forced by Combs to take part in so-called freak-offs and have sex with male escorts. She says she often medicated herself to endure sometimes days-long encounters. Combs says the sex was consensual, but this disturbing video showed Combs beating Cassie in the hallway of a hotel as she tried to get away.
What would your message be to Cassie and to some of the other victims today?
You know, when you're in the environment working with Puff, there were so many abusive things occurring. I don't think I could send any message to any Diddy victims that would be more meaningful than I see you. I'm sorry.
O'Day claims that Combs once tried to buy her silence by offering her publishing rights to music on his record label, but she says she declined the deal. Combs has denied her claims.
I don't care what they talking about. Cassie know she had a good time with Diddy. The only time we seen them upset together is when they was in that hallway and he grabbed her by the back of her head and slammed her to the floor. He also did some other stuff. He football punt kicked her in behind. He dead wrong for that. That's why he in jail now. He ain't had no business putting hands on Cassie like that. But let's be real. Every other time we seen them together, they was enjoying each other's company, hugging, kissing, laughing, partying, having a good time. Y'all need to look at this.
Turn the music down. Everybody come out.
It looked like they was at a nursing home resort and they was trying to make sure Diddy was having a good time. These hip-hop moguls be lying about how old they is with that Beijing. It took for him to go to court for people to finally see or hear about how old he really looking. I can't wait for them to show some real-life pictures of Diddy with the nappy gray afro in the courtroom looking stank, or when he come home and everybody see him for who he really is, because you can tell by the way he party. He about Frankie Beverly and Maze's age. He need to get somewhere and sit down. Should have been got somewhere and sat down a long time ago. He dating a young girl the the same age as his kids. His kids trying not to give Cassie no eye contact. Cassie not trying to give his kids no eye contact because, hell, they granddaddy working with a Tootsie Roll. He got to pay people to label her. God forbid, Justin or Christian or somebody ran up in Cassie. I'm pretty sure they did. And if he ever find out about that, he gonna be sitting right back up in jail.
Blow out the candles.
Happy birthday to you. Hold on. Happy birthday. I'm gonna sing for my motherfucking birthday.
That wasn't good.
I want you to sing from the top of your lungs.
Oh, no, that was the top of my lungs, though.
If you don't feel it, let's not do it.
That was the top of mine.
Feel it.
The top of mine, very top. Very, very top.
Happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday.
Federal prosecutors continue to...
If you ask me, I think that's what his problem was. He was having way too much fun, spending too much money. He was surrounded by a bunch of bloodsuckers. Where them people at now? He in jail. I'm pretty sure they ain't coming up there to visit. They ain't sending no letters. They ain't putting nothing in his commissary. They figure he good, he rich, he'll be all right. French Montana ought to be ashamed of himself. They calling him the biggest groupie in entertainment history. He done been with Akon, Diddy, Max B, the Kardashians, you name it. Whoever got a bag, he at the party. Cassie got her money, but she ain't done talking. She the one that wrote the judge the letter to keep him in jail, and they got more information that's about to be flooding to the streets. These people still willing to talk. They still willing to tell a story. They still willing to convince the public that he's guilty on more charges, even though he already been found guilty on some charges. Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man. I got so much love for y'all. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button too. And one more thing before I go, subscribe to my channel if that's what you want.
Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want. But if that's not what you like, then you must be a punk. Hold on now, here we go. Who is this girl? She got that junk in her trunk. Baby girl, back it up, poke out your rump. It's S.A.T that you want.